Heal your heart fast, the one affirmation you have never tried before. You are here because your heart needs something real. You want emotional healing. You want heart healing. You want a daily affirmation that feels alive. You want a comeback that feels true. People search everywhere for answers, yet the real shift often hides in a simple practice you never tried before. That is what we explore today in Heal Your Heart Fast, the one affirmation you have never tried before. I want to start with a moment from my own life. It was a morning that felt heavy. I woke up with disappointment sitting in my chest. I remember thinking that I needed something to pull me out of that fog. I wanted clarity. I wanted peace. I wanted a reset that did not feel forced. Maybe you know the feeling. You try to move on, you tell yourself you're fine, you distract yourself, nothing sticks. I felt stuck too. That day, I sat on the edge of my bed and whispered a sentence that came out of nowhere. It surprised me. It felt simple. It felt direct. It felt honest. It became the affirmation that changed everything for me. I have used it every day since. You will hear it soon. First, I want you to understand why it works. Your mind holds two worlds, the world of memory, the world of possibility. Disappointment lives in the memory world. Hope grows in the possibility world. Most people try to escape disappointment by forcing positivity, which does not work. You need a bridge between the two worlds. You need a sentence that lets you release the memory without ignoring it. That bridge keeps you grounded. That bridge brings emotional healing that lasts. I want to help you build that bridge today. This audiobook will take you through a full reset experience. You will learn how to create space inside your chest again. You will learn how to separate truth from fear. You will learn how to use a comeback mindset that feels clean and honest. You will learn how to use the affirmation, and you will practice it with me. Settle into the sound of my voice. You can sit, you can walk, you can lie down. You only need to be present. Let me tell you more about that morning. I felt tired of trying. I felt tired of explaining my feelings to myself. I felt frustrated with my resistance. I felt embarrassed that I cared so much. You might know that feeling too. The disappointment might be recent or old. It might come from a person. It might come from work. It might come from a missed opportunity or a risk that did not turn out well. You do not need to define it today. You only need to accept that you feel it. When I finally accepted my own disappointment, something softened. I realized disappointment is not failure. It is a signal. It tells you that you cared, that you had expectations, that you tried. Your heart is not broken. Your heart is responsive. That is not a weakness. That is a strength. I promised you a comeback theme. Here it is. A real comeback does not start with motivation. It starts with honesty. It starts with a calm moment where you tell yourself the truth. Here is the truth. You are healing. You are not behind. You are not stuck. You are not hopeless. You are healing after disappointment. That is a real journey. I want you to breathe. Slow, calm, full. Let your body feel the weight in your chest. You do not need to push it away. You only need to notice it. Ask yourself a simple question. What story is my mind telling me right now? Do not fight the story. Just observe it. Now take another breath. Feel your shoulders relax. Feel your stomach soften. Let your mind open to something new. This is the moment I whispered the sentence that became the foundation of this audiobook. It will become your anchor too. Say it with me when you are ready. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. Let this sentence sit in your chest. Repeat it in your mind. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. This sentence is the bridge I talked about earlier. It does not erase the pain. It accepts the reality. It helps you move from the memory world into the possibility world with a clear mind. It brings emotional healing. It brings heart healing. It shifts your energy fast. You might feel resistance. That is normal. Your mind likes to hold tension when it feels threatened. But this sentence gives your mind permission to relax. You are not forcing forgiveness. You are not pretending everything is fine. You are choosing peace with what has already happened. This helps your nervous system settle. This helps your confidence return. This helps your comeback begin. You might wonder why this works. The brain responds faster to choices than commands. Most affirmations sound like commands. I am strong. I am healed. I am powerful. Your brain often rejects those sentences if you do not feel them. But when you say, I choose, your brain calms down. You are not forcing identity. You are choosing intention. That is why you feel the shift. Let me walk you through a simple exercise. Think of one disappointment from your life, something you still carry. You do not need to feel the full emotion. Just bring the memory to the surface. Now say the affirmation again in your mind. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. Feel the internal reaction. Maybe your breath deepens. Maybe your shoulders drop. Maybe you feel a soft awareness in your chest. This is your emotional system releasing tension. Disappointment often creates a scarcity mindset. You start believing that good things are rare. You start believing that you missed your chance. You start believing that your story is slowing down. That belief traps you in a cycle of self-doubt. This is where procrastination shows up. You stop trying. You delay growth. You protect yourself from new risks. But you also block possibilities that want to come in. The affirmation helps you shift that. When you make peace with the past, you open space for the future. You release old fear. You reclaim your confidence. You stop living from scarcity and start living from potential. Let me share another personal moment. A few years ago, I lost an opportunity I cared about. It shook me. I spent days replaying the situation. I felt angry. I felt guilty. I felt foolish. I thought I had ruined something important. One night, I sat alone and realized that replaying the past was not helping me. I whispered the affirmation again. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. That night, I slept for the first time in days. That was the beginning of a long healing process. It shaped the way I approach every setback now. You can use the same approach. You can shape your own comeback. You can reset your heart. Say the affirmation once more, slowly, softly, with presence. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. Now I will guide you into the deeper part of this reset. Let your breathing stay steady. Let your mind quiet down. Imagine your heart as a space that holds energy. When disappointment enters, it takes space. When you heal, you reclaim that space. You are doing that now. You are clearing out old tension. You are making room for your comeback story. You might feel emotions rise. That is normal. Let them move through. You do not need to hold them. You do not need to hide them. You do not need to judge them. Emotions leave faster when you stop resisting them. You are doing well. Breathe again. Now I want to introduce a second part of this healing process. It is a simple reflection. Ask yourself this question. What do I want to feel next? Not what should I feel, not what people expect me to feel. What do I want to feel next? Say the answer out loud if you can. Say it softly if you need to. Say it firmly if it feels right. Trust your own voice. Trust your own clarity. Now set an intention. You do not have to control the feeling. You only need to move toward it. I want you to repeat this sequence with me. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. I choose the next feeling I want. I choose the life I am moving toward. Feel the clarity. Feel the strength. Feel the healing. You are not running from the past. You are not rewriting history. You are accepting it and stepping into a new story. Your heart deserves that. I want to revisit the title in this moment as the full meaning becomes clearer now. Heal your heart fast, the one affirmation you have never tried before. You understand why this matters. You understand why this technique works. You understand how this can become your daily practice. Let me share one more part of my personal journey. Months after that first morning, I used this affirmation again during a completely different challenge. A friendship shifted. A project collapsed. My plans changed. I could feel the old patterns returning. I paused. I whispered the sentence again. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. I felt the familiar release in my chest. My mind stopped spinning. My confidence returned. This affirmation became my anchor. It can become yours. You are now entering the final portion of this session. You will hear the affirmation again. You will feel it settle deeper into your emotional system. Say it slowly. I choose to make peace with what has already happened. Now let the silence hold you for a moment. Let the feeling settle. Let the healing continue. You might feel lighter. You might feel clearer. You might feel more open to your future. This is the beginning of your comeback story. I will close this session with one last repetition of the title to anchor your emotional memory of this moment. Heal your heart fast, the one affirmation you have never tried before. Take a breath. Stand taller. Move into your day with new clarity. Your heart is healing. You are moving forward. You are ready for what comes next.